Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to SA Accounting Academy. Here's a short clip on one of our previous webinars. I hope that you really do enjoy it.
I can see it's sort of like this rush for the door as we sort of start the event. Just the numbers go careering crazily into the session. I have got just a bit of an admin issue, and I've chatted to SAAA about it with us starting, and that is that I'm due for a area-wide power cut today, not load shedding. They're supposed to be doing some cable repairs. I do have backup systems, as we always do. I think in South Africa, we don't just have plan B, we've got plan A, B, C, and D. So if I do get booted out, please just be patient. I will get back in, and we will be up and running again within a couple of minutes. But it is just one of those, should we say, proudly South African moments. I actually saw a brilliant video on TikTok, Facebook this week, where they were talking about, what is it about your country that flexes, that will flex for the rest of the world. And this gentleman was talking about the fact that we have so much wildlife in South Africa, we even have watering holes in the middle of the roads, aka potholes. So we always have a sense of humor with these things, and we always manage. I don't know if any of you have seen that attorney that rocked up to his court case as a kitten. If you're having a bad day, go look that one up. It will give you a good chuckle. I've actually kind of got it on my saved playlist at the moment, because whenever life feels a little bit overwhelming, I go and look at an attorney apologize to a judge and saying to the judge that he is not a cat, he really is there. And it is just, you cannot be down in the dumps watching that little video. So we find something to smile about and we move on. So that is where I'm at the moment. I love the fact that I get to do ethics first thing in the morning. Early in the year, I think, if I'm not mistaken, this may very well be the first ethics session of 2021. You always get it in first. Generally, my ethics sessions are later in the year. I usually end up starting ethics around about October, November. But let's get ethics over and done with and out in front. It's fantastic to be with you. Fantastic to have so many with you. If you haven't been to one of my ethics sessions before, welcome to the madness, and welcome to the conversation. And I will be, as always, keeping a check on the chat box, making sure that I can see the comments and the discussions. I won't obviously be able to respond to everyone, but I do try and keep a chat and keep my finger on the pulse of what's been said, and still keep things flowing. Ethics is not a highly technical section, although we will be getting into the code and NOCLAR, so I can't say that we won't be technical today. It is also a rather long session in that we are doing a 4-hour ethics all in one go. So quite a bit of discussion, but you know what? It's one of those that the more we talk and the more we engage and the more we chat, the more we have to say. I do always prefer doing ethics live, because it can get quite robust and quite entertaining, for lack of a better word. But that's why I like the chat box, and I enjoy your commentary and your thoughts and your ideas on that side. I always have a theme for my ethics. Every year I try and think about a theme or a comment or some sort of idea to run with. Pretty much from the end of last year, beginning of this year, I've been looking and thinking about ethics as a reflection of practice. First off, I've really been thinking about the fact that we are a practice. It's part of being a professional. You have a practice, whether or not you're in commerce and industry or whether or not you're in practice. The word practice usually means that we are continually going back and revisiting and reworking until we get better and better, but we are never perfect. We are never done. We can always improve. We can always extend ourselves. We can always learn. That is why we've got continual learning. That is why we continually aim to improve what we do. And ethics is very much in that same space. I I will, and forgive me for those that have been to my other ethics sessions. There are some things I'm going to say again and again and again, but as a psychiatrist and psychologists tell me, I've got to repeat things 8,000 to 10,000 times before you hear it. And sometimes just hearing it in a different place in life, you hear it slightly differently. So something that you hear when you are young and newly qualified to something that you hear when you are older, it resonates with you differently. You see it in a different light. You feel it in a different way, and it means something different to you, even though the content might be the same. So when we reflect on our practice, we've got to pull all of these pieces together, and the picture changes. The picture changes over time. And I think it's a very useful, as much as people get maybe, and I think the days are past where people got annoyed. I'm hoping the more you come to my training, I hope I convert you more and more. But I don't see ethics as a hardship. I mean, talk to me. I literally do, about 30 to 35 ethics sessions in the year. And I'm daily discussing ethical challenges. I don't think my phone, I think my phone rings at a minimum once a day with somebody presenting an ethical dilemma or ethical challenge to be spoken and talked through and to be chewed on and to be reflected on to get to some sort of answer or some sort of working solution. So ethics is a large part of my life. I'm by no means perfect. My halo is definitely not shining, but it is something that you keep on going back to and you keep on trying to improve and do better constantly. So I love engaging and thinking about this and working with it. No two ethics of sessions of mine are the same because, and this is the point I want to make, we are all at different places on the road and we meet each other at different places in our journey. And even, I will do an ethics session last week and I'll do an ethics session today and I'll do an ethics session next week and my slides will be exactly the same. But my discussion and my tone and my content and what is happening around us will change. And that is just because reflection on your practice, reflection of where you're at, checking in with yourself, checking in with where you are, how you are viewing things, what glasses you are filtering and viewing the world through, and being conscious of that. Okay, being very conscious of, are you in a bright and happy mood? Are you in a dull, negative, angry, upset mood? Because all of that changes your view and your perspective on this. And ethics is incredibly personal. Ethics is not something I can separate from who you are. Okay, ethics is not something I can separate from who you are. It is a global part of you. It is intrinsic to who you are, and I'm really excited. I know Jean Fillion very well from Psycho, who's involved in developing the ethics integrated plan. And I've said to her, and again, those of you that know me well, that I've always stated that ethics, you cannot isolate ethics. You cannot look at it as just being, okay, this is my professional ethics. You've got to look at ethics as being global. You've got to look at ethics as being and understanding your personal ethics, your professional ethics, and your business ethics, and how they are interwoven together. Okay, and how they have knock-on effects with each other, and how you view the world with this as a backdrop to everything you do. Okay, so we need to reflect. We need to check in with ourselves, see where we are at, and see where we are going. Okay, I do see a few comments on sound, but I'm getting that there's also quite a general response that sound is good. Some people have got sound issues, others don't. I know that a recording will be available. So for those of you that are struggling with sound, there will be a recording available. Other than that, possibly to try, to come back in and to check your settings on your side. All the load shedding and all the power failures around are not helping these sort of issues. Okay. First off, check in. Okay. I don't know about you, and we do need to be a bit warm and fuzzy here. Where are we in February 2021? We are struggling. Okay.
I hope that you enjoyed that video. For more of our webinar videos, go to www.accountingacademy.co.za. Thank you and have a lovely day.